What's up, guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to share with you one of my most highly requested videos ever, and that is how to manifest your ex back. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen. I am a life coach and law of attraction teacher, and you have found my YouTube channel where I upload 2 new videos every week all about creating your best life ever. So if you want to make sure you don't miss a thing, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Today I'm going to share with you one of my most highly requested topics, and that is how to manifest your ex back. So if you watched my video on how to manifest a specific person into your life, you might know already that not everything I'm going to tell you today is going to be good news. But there really is some stuff in here that you can use, and if you are serious about manifesting your ex back, I really hope that these tips today will help you to do that successfully. So let's dive into the tips. So tip number 1 for how to manifest your ex back is to know your why, baby. We all have to know our why when it comes to manifesting. As I always say, you can have anything you want in this world as long as you know your why. So sometimes the reason that we want to manifest an ex back isn't really in our highest good. Sometimes we want to manifest an ex back because we haven't yet dealt with the situation and we just want to go back to what we knew instead of going out on our own. Sometimes we feel like our ego is bruised, and the only way we can unbruise our ego again is to get that person to come back to us. Sometimes it just comes from a real place of loneliness and desperation. So I really want you guys to check in with yourselves and really ask yourself why you are trying to manifest your ex back. Because I have to say, most of the time, 99.9% of the time, when you break up with somebody, there is a valid reason for the breakup. So manifesting your ex back, you have to get really clear on why you want that to happen and really take into account the reason that you broke up and really think about whether this is going to be in your highest interest or whether you're just acting out of reaction mode and just trying to go back to something that you know because it is safe. Tip number 2 for how to manifest your ex back. We just kind of touched on this in the first tip, but I want to come back to this specifically. There is a reason you broke up with your ex, and I want you to get really honest about what that reason is. And of course, sometimes when you break up with somebody, the reason that you broke up isn't the real reason, you know what I mean? So sometimes somebody is unhappy and they, manifest that into exiting the relationship by finding a new person. Like there's always something there, like underneath, if you look under the layers, it's not the other person's fault. It is something in the relationship wasn't fulfilling them. You have to really do some deep diving and figuring out what wasn't working, because if you broke up with somebody, something wasn't working, you guys. So I want you to get really clear on what that is. And this is a 2-parter. So once you figure out what that is, I want you to figure out whether you have grown past that, if you can come back to the relationship as a new person in a new way, and can your partner do that? Can your ex come back and act in a new way? Because if you go back to what you were doing before, the exact same thing that you were doing before is going to end in the exact same way. If you want to make a relationship work again, you both have to come back to the table having worked on your stuff with a new attitude, with new eyes, and be able to handle whatever it was that got in your way the first time. So that is my tip number 2 for manifesting your ex back. So tip number 3 for manifesting your ex back is to not be desperate. So whatever you do, you guys, I don't want you to sit around at home wishing for that one person to call you. If you are feeling like that, if you're feeling like there's only one person in the world that can make you happy, that is basically a one-way trip to Desperation Town. And I don't want you guys to go there. I don't want you to put all of your eggs in one basket, because that is not healthy for you, and it will actually probably repel your ex more than attract them in. You have to remember your value, and you have to remember who you are as a person. And that person is not sitting around at home waiting for life to happen. So basically, what I mean in this tip is don't sit around and wait for that one person to call you. Go out there, have fun with your friends, go on some dates, do something, and just don't sit around waiting for the phone to ring, because that is a recipe for complete unhappiness and loneliness, and I don't want you guys to go there. So get busy, do something, don't be desperate. That is tip number 3. Tip number 4, and my final tip on how to manifest your ex back, is to release and let go. And I know this is the part that people aren't going to be happy with, because you are trying not to release, usually, if you're trying to manifest an ex back. But you really need to do this. This is an important part of manifestation, and this is an important part of having a healthy relationship with another human. You have to understand that we can never control how anyone else acts or how anyone else feels. So I want you to become deeply okay with the idea of your ex going out there and doing their own thing. Because again, the more you try to control somebody and the more you try to reel them in and jump on them and so like occupy their time, like they are going to feel that energetically before you get anywhere near them. Nobody wants to feel controlled. Nobody wants to feel like they can't be themselves. So if you are trying to get your ex to come back and become the person that they were before, that isn't going to work. You have to let them be who they are now. And if you can truly love who they are now, and they can learn to love you truly as you are right now, then you guys might have a chance. But if you are trying to constrict and contain and put them into this little box, you are just going to be met with rebellion. So you have to let them go. You have to let them fly, and you have to know in your heart that if they were truly meant for you, they will come back. You don't have to worry about it. You can go along and live your life and know that they will come back. That one sentence can give you so much freedom and so much release from this pain that we put ourselves in. So manifesting your ex back can really be just a trap of fear, because we are too afraid to figure out life again. We are too afraid to figure out who we are again, and that isn't good. Like, life is all about growth, it's about expansion, and you have to trust yourself that you are always on the right path, and you have to trust that your ex is on the right path for them. Perhaps your journey together has ended, perhaps it hasn't, but you have to be prepared for the fact that maybe it's over and that you just have to release and let go. And after that, if they come back to you and if you all have handled your issues and if you can come back to it with fresh eyes, then you might have an amazing chance to make love happen again. It does happen, so just be real and honest with yourself and make sure you're coming from a good place, and you will be able to figure this all out. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. I know this is a highly requested topic, and honestly, I think most people come to manifesting their ex back from a place of fear, and that just never works, because you always just end up manifesting more of what you are feeling. So you have to get really clear, really honest, and if you are really willing to put in the work, you can totally go out there and do that. But you also have to trust and believe in the fact that your ex is doing the same thing, and if you can both come back to the relationship as your highest version of yourselves, then you have a really great chance of making things work. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you liked this video, please give it a like. If you want to hear more from me, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because again, I have 2 new videos for you guys each and every week. If you want to learn more about me, come on over to the site. I have a free manifestation starter kit for you guys to download over there if you sign up for updates. I'll be back here soon in the next video, so until then, I'm wishing you the most amazing week ever. Go out there, kick ass, love yourselves. Don't get too caught up in anybody, you guys. Please don't. And just remember, get ready for the miracle. Namaste.